Alright guys, Unit 11 is going to be about the bivariate data, and today we are going to learn how to distinguish between categorical data and numerical data and summarize data on two categorical variables collected from a sample using a two-way frequency table. Well, lots of words today, but because bivariate data is going to be very important for our unit, let's start with describing what that vocabulary means. So if we go to the bottom of the page, we have some words here that we can define. So first of all, bivariate data, we will say that we need to have two sets of data paired together. Well, if you want a quick example, if we say, for example, a person's size, shoe size, and the height. All right, so we have two sets of data that are paired together. We will be talking about categorical data. So categorical data, it is data collected by category. And what we can say, category or groups, and what we can say is we can ask somebody about a favorite color or favorite whatever you want, a subject. The answer is not going to be a number, it's just going to be some whatever, either favorite color, you can say green, favorite subject, of course mathematics and whatnot. Numerical data, it is a data that is measurable. We can say the time would be numerical data. Time. We can say height. We can have whatever else can be described by a number, weight. And you can think of anything else that you want as well. And two-way frequency table is going to be a way to organize bivariate data. And we will put the data into a table. Well, I guess I have it in here, but I did say this one more time. All right, so now we can go back to our first exploratory challenge. And notice that this is about superhero powers, and we have high school students in the United States who were invited to complete an online survey in 2010. Part of the survey included questions about superhero powers. More than 1,000 students responded, and to the survey that included a question about the favorite superhero power. Researchers randomly selected 450 of the completed surveys, and a rather confusing breakdown of the data by gender was compiled from 450 surveys. So let's see what's important in here. We have 100 students indicated their favorite power was to fly. 49 of those students were females. 131 students selected the power to freeze time as their favorite power. 71 of those students were males. 75 students selected invisibility as their favorite power. 48 of those students were females. 26 students indicated and so on. And I think I lost you already, because when you read something like this and see all those numbers, it is very difficult to picture what we are really talking about. And again, you will see in a second the two-way frequency table is going to come in play here, but just looking at this text, we are going to try to answer the questions. So what is the most popular superpower? Well, we would have to look at the highest number right in here. It looks like this one is the largest. 131 students selected the power to freeze. So I am going to say freeze time. So this is my answer. What is the least popular one? Well, the least popular, I guess that's the 26th, and the 26th was for strength. How many more females than males indicated their favorite power as is telepathy? And let's see, we have how many females, how many males. Let's see what we have here. 118 students indicated telepathy as their favorite power. So that was the total. And then we know that 70, those were females. So if we find the difference, that is 8 and that is 4. So we have 48 males. So how many more, if we find a difference, 70 minus 48 is going to give me 38. How many more males than females indicated their favorite power as the power to fly? Well, with the power to fly, we have right in here. So that was a total of 100, and 49, those were females. The difference is 51. So that's 51 males. And the difference is 2. So it would be 2 more. Again, looking at this, it's kind of, you look at all those numbers and it's very meaningless. So let's see what we can do with those numbers to make it a little bit more meaningful. All right, so if we go on the page number 2, we have a two-way frequency table that can be used to organize the categorical data, and the letters below represent the frequency count on the cells on the table. So look, we have females, males, and the total, and then we have all our superpowers and the total. And the shaded cells, so it depends on your printout, but those are all those are shaded. Those are marginal frequencies, and they are located around the margin of the table and represent the total of the rows and the columns. And non-shaded cells within the table are called the joint frequencies, and each joint cell is the frequency count of responses from the two categorical variables located by the intersection of the row and the column. All right, so now if we are just quickly to answer the questions that we have right here, if we would like to describe the data that would be counted in cell A, so take a look, females to fly, that would be females to fly. This is how many females would choose the power to fly. Describe the data that would be in the cell J. So that would be males, and to have the super strength. Next, we want to look at the cell L. Cell L is right here. So that would be a total males. N, I am finding the N in a table. Take a look at yours. And that is a total of freeze time. So total of all the people that chose freeze time. And lastly, we have the R. And R is the cell that is describing, where is R? Right in here. And R is basically the total number of people that were taking part in a survey. Okay, and let's see. this is question 10. Cell I is the number of male students who selected invisibility as their favorite superpower. Using information given in example 1, what is the value of this number? And so on and so on. So what we do want to do is we want to complete the table looking at that example 1 that we just did, and with the description that we had right at the beginning of our notes. So what we do know is that we have 100 students that indicated that their favorite superpower was the power to fly. So I would start with the total, and then I knew that out of those 149 were females. So females will go right here, and then I know that those two numbers have to add up, so therefore I would know that this would be 51. All right, then the next information that we had was that there was 131 students that selected the power to freeze, and out of those 71 were males. So if I know that this is 71, I am looking for a number to add to 71 to make the total of 31, and that would be 60. Always make sure you check, because otherwise your table is going to get messy if you make any mistakes. 75 students chose invisibility, and I know that out of 75, 48 were females. Again, I am looking at the exploratory challenge 1. This is where I am getting my information from. 48 plus what number? So that needs to be 7. 27 would be my number. Super strength, that is the next thing. I have 26 students total, and out of those 26 students, 25 were males. Well, if 25 were males, then 1 will be for a female. And the last category is telepathy, and we had 118. 70 were females. So if that's the case, we will have to have 48. 70 plus 40, so that's that. And for my total, well, we would have to grab the calculator and we would have to add all the numbers. And I didn't do this yet, but I'm going to do this very quickly right now. 49 plus 60 plus 48 plus 1 plus 70. That is going to give me 228. So notice I know that I have 228 females. For males, I have 51 plus 71 plus 27 plus 25 plus 48, 222, and 222 plus 228, 0, 5, 450. And I am looking, it was 450 people, that was a given information. And also that looks like this is a correct number. All right, please make sure you submit the notes on Teams. Please make sure you submit the completed practice. See me during my office hours if you have any questions.